Here's my latest one, and probably my last one. I'm getting so tired of this. This one's been actually down there at the bike shop for over a year. I mean, just collected dust mostly. But I did make some mistakes on this. I ordered the set of wheels for it, which cost, a little bit. And the back wheel, since I'm putting the motor on here, the sprocket's not going to line up. It's a long story. Anyway, but luckily a friend of mine, Richard B., came by the other day and gave me an old rusted out hubby mountain bike, and I'll be damned if this back wheel didn't fit right on there. You talk about blessing, huh? And then also, they gave me this bike shop. They take parts off of people's bikes and update them with that real high dollar shit. So a lot of times they'll make me get deals on the old parts. So the true native cranks, which is old, but it's still good parts. Anyway, on one side where the little cable stays, kind of like these are made, it's on the other side, the crank arm's hitting it, so I'm going to have to grind that off. Which is no big deal. I ain't scared of it. Anyway, got the prototype invisible seat post going here. Got a little bit more work to do on that, but I think it's going to be badass. I mean, it kind of looks like it's floating. If I don't get too much spatter, it might not break. I'm kind of going after that 1920s or 30s. They called them board track races. They raced them on dirt tracks, but it was so muddy up there in Michigan or Iowa where they were doing it that they had to put boards around the turns because there was nothing but mud. That's where that name comes from. Anyway, this is the style kind of bike they had. They had the handlebars that came way down, almost to the ground. It's like reverse A-painters, I guess. Anyway, and those bikes back then didn't have any brakes on them. They're going over 100 miles an hour, which I think is badass. That's kind of stupid shit I would do. I still do, actually. But anyway, so, most of the parts on this bike came off of a bike that I bought, or actually someone gave me. And it's I need to try to sell that bike. That's an old vintage Yeti downhill racing bike, mountain bike. Anybody wants to holler. Anyway, so it's my new one. I had a friend of mine paint this, and it's not his fault, but I mean, as soon as I walked out as soon as, you can't make it down unless you got a real, professional paint booth and some real paint. You're trying to use rattle cans on a bicycle frame, this shit ain't gonna stick. I don't give a shit what you do. So my advice, don't paint your fucking bikes. Just ride the hell out of them and leave them alone. Anyway, I do like the handlebars. I don't know where I got these off of some old beach cruiser or some shit. Well, sure, badass, wasn't it? I think it's a little too much though. I may have to go with a little bit. I don't know. That's pretty sweet. I think the problem is that the stem's coming up too high. I need to take some of these spacers out and lower that shit down. But then my knuckles will drag the ground. I don't need that. I'm hurt enough. Anyway, got lucky with that back wheel. Thanks, Richard B. Appreciate it. Got disc brakes. Yeah. Now I can actually stop instead of, getting hit by cars and shit. God is good.